Hey, welcome back to the Friday Funnies and happy first Friday of the year. That's right, we have finished the first week of January, and I think it's safe to say, so far, so good. We all know what's coming, and it's going to be a mess. In only 10 days, the fine folks in Iowa will hold a Republican caucus where they gather into little groups to decide who should be the candidate for the presidential election. There's a lot of debate and arguing, and often the decision is made by a spirited round of rock, paper, scissors. Following this, just about every state will hold primaries to determine who will be on the fall ballot. Well, you're not going to see my name brought up at any caucus or on any primary ballot because I am running a word-of-mouth campaign as a write-in candidate. Dale for POTUS 24. My platform is based on liberty, equality, and variety, so we won't be afraid to try something new like making part of the White House an exclusive B&B. People would pay big bucks to stay there and try to find the other hidden bags of cocaine. I estimate this venture would bring in a cool $1 million for the government. And I've got more ideas, so while you ponder on picking your candidate for POTUS, enjoy a good laugh at some people who are never going to be president. Dwayne Wadden is a 57-year-old pastor at Elevated Life International Ministries in North Carolina. I've never heard of Elevated Life International Ministries, but it sure sounds legitimate, and I'm sure they preach things like love, peace, and forgiveness. Unfortunately, Pastor Dwayne does not practice what he preaches. His wife was a manager in training at the local McDonald's, and she called him up to tell him that the staff was disrespecting her. So Dwayne thought it was his calling to correct the situation. He went to McDonald's, he walked around the counter, grabbed a cook by the neck, and tried to push his head into the deep fryer. Police were called, Dwayne was arrested, and in his defense he said, "Hey, I was just trying to baptize the lad." Joe Gow is the former chancellor at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. He's the former chancellor because he was fired when it was discovered that he and his wife produced and starred in pornographic videos on the internet. The Wisconsin Board of Regents voted unanimously to fire Gow, but they asked if his wife did parties. Now, I don't really care what people do in their spare time, but please don't put it on the internet. Because when you see the top guy at your school waggling his weenie on the web, it kind of ruins the college experience. That's why Joe Gow is our dumbass of the week. Mexican drug cartels are branching out. Instead of just drugs, they're now collecting money from people by telling them that they have to pay for the cartel's impromptu Wi-Fi or they'll be killed. That's quite the incentive to pay, but I think it might be hard to take this cartel seriously. Their name is Los Viagras cartel, which translates to the boner cartel. Oh, who can believe anything they say? Although their motto is, when Los Viagras sticks it to you, you pay up and enjoy the ride. Hey, my friends, that's it for the first week of 2024. I wish you the best year ever. Continue watching the Friday Funny. Send them to your friends. Listen to my podcast, Another Day Above Ground. And that's all I ask. Until as you do that, I will see you next Friday.